Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. Chief of Army Staff Field Marshal Asim Munir has cautioned India that there is no space for war in a nuclearized environment, reaffirming Pakistan's resolve for peace but readiness to respond decisively to any provocation. The army chief hailed Pakistan's clear victory during the May conflict, warning that any escalation would have catastrophic consequences for the entire region. He urged India to address core disputes through international norms instead of pursuing aggression. Peace talks between Pakistan and Afghanistan have begun in Doha. A high-level Pakistani delegation is holding crucial discussions with Afghan officials. According to the Foreign Office, the talks are focused on taking immediate steps to curb cross-border terrorism from Afghan soil and to restore peace and stability along the Pak-Afghan border. US President Donald Trump has claimed that ending the Pakistan-Afghanistan conflict will be very easy for him. He says he has stopped 8 wars during his tenure, including what he called a potential Pakistan-India war. He further claimed that Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif recently said his mediation helped save millions of lives. Meanwhile, Pakistan and the Afghan Taliban regime have agreed to extend their ceasefire until the conclusion of peace talks in Doha. China and the United States have agreed to hold another round of trade negotiations next week as both sides move to prevent another costly tariff war. The decision follows Beijing's sweeping controls on its rare earths industry, which prompted US President Donald Trump to threaten 100% tariffs on Chinese imports. Trump also warned he may cancel his planned meeting with President Xi Jinping later this month on the sidelines of the APEC summit in South Korea. President Donald Trump says his proposed 100% tariff on Chinese goods is not sustainable, but insists Beijing's export curbs forced his hand. Speaking to a news channel, Trump said the new tariffs and export controls aim to secure a fair deal ahead of his planned meeting with President Xi in South Korea. Trump administration officials are reportedly discussing the possibility of arranging a meeting between US President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un during Trump's upcoming trip to Asia next month. According to a CNN report, discussions are still in early stages, with no confirmation yet from either side. Ukrainian President Zelensky appears to have come away empty-handed from a White House meeting after US President Donald Trump indicated he was not ready to supply sought-after Tomahawk cruise missiles to Ukraine. Zelensky says after the cordial bilateral that he and Trump talked about long-range missiles, but decided not to make statements on the issue because the United States does not want an escalation. The Afghanistan Cricket Board has announced its withdrawal from upcoming cricket engagements with Pakistan, including a planned T20 series and the Tri-Nation tournament scheduled later this year. The decision comes amid heightened tensions and national mourning following the tragic deaths of Afghan players in Paktika province. The tournament was set to feature Pakistan, Sri Lanka and Afghanistan. The Kremlin says a summit between Presidents Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin could take place within the next 2 weeks, most likely in Budapest. The announcement follows the two leaders' recent agreement to hold fresh talks on ending the war in Ukraine. Kremlin officials say several diplomatic steps remain before finalizing a date, with Moscow stressing its readiness for a peaceful settlement. The Russian Defense Ministry has claimed that its forces have taken control of 3 more villages in eastern Ukraine, closer to the Russian border. The Ukrainian military noted fighting around at least 2 of the settlements, but made no acknowledgement that any of them had changed hands. A day ago, the Kharkiv regional governor said Tiki was one of a number of villages where 17 clashes had occurred near the Russian border. The global film industry continues to thrive, despite fresh tariff threats from US President Donald Trump. While Star Wars Starfighter is being filmed in Britain, studios in Hungary and Australia are also bustling with international productions. Trump has proposed a 100% tariff on films made overseas, aiming to curb what he calls the loss of American film jobs, reviving a protectionist idea he first floated in May. Britain's Prince Andrew has said that he will give up using his title of Duke of York following years of criticism about his behaviour and connections to the late US sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The reputation of Andrew, the younger brother of King Charles and second son of the late Queen Elizabeth, has taken a battering in recent years, most notably because of his links to Epstein. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.